like. And if you'd like to stay on video, that's great. I'd love to see your face. If not, that's okay too. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie. I am the benefits manager here at the firm, but I also am a certified yoga teacher. So today's class will be a seated or a chair yoga class. We'll start off in the chair, and then we will come out of the chair and use the chair as a prop. So if you have a chair without wheels, that would be preferable. But if you do have a chair with wheels like me, I'll show you exactly how to position it to make it a little bit more stable or using it as a prop. So to get started, we're just going to focus on our breath here. So come to a comfortable seat on your chair. You want to make sure that both of your feet are firmly planted on the ground and you're sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to practice something called belly breath, where as you inhale, you want to puff up your chest and your belly. So you want to bring your belly your breath all the way down into your belly. And we're going to start by bringing your hands to your belly button where your middle fingers touch. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale it all out. As you exhale, pull your belly button back towards your spine. Sit up a little bit taller and let your fingertips touch. And then take a deep inhale, taking in so much air that your belly puffs out and your fingers start to separate from one another. And exhale it out. Notice that your fingertips come to touch. Inhale. Take in more breath if you can. And exhale it out. Go ahead and take a few more breaths just like this on your own. The belly breath is great for practicing away from yoga class in regular life because it activates and signals your parasympathetic nervous system to turn on. And that brings you into relaxation. So if you're stressed out, then that turns on your sympathetic nervous system, which is like the fight or flight. And that's when your breath tends to be a lot more shallow. So we really want to have deep breaths, signal our body to relax, help remove any tension. We'll take one last breath here. Take in as much air as you can and exhale it out. You can take your hands away from your belly, either onto the sides of your chair, onto your thighs. And then we're just going to inhale, look over your right shoulder. Exhale it out. Take one more breath. Then come back to face center. Inhale to the left. Exhale it out. And then back to center. Inhale to the right one more time. Exhale back to center. And inhale to the left. Exhale back to center. For our next pose, you want to hold on to the back of your chair or your armrest. And we're just going to do a chest expansion grip. So gaze up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine that you're holding a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Back to your belly breath here. Broaden through your collarbone. One more breath in. And release, come back to sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. See me that well. So what we want to do is come to a steeple grip. So you want to clasp your hands together and then just release your index fingers. Squeeze your elbows together. Squeeze your biceps into your ears. Point your index fingers up. Then let's lean to the right. Come on back to center. Then let's lean to the left. Keep on breathing here. And then come back to center. So we're going to take the opposite grip. So whatever thumb was on top, let the other thumb be on top. Might feel a little bit weird. And then find that steeple grip again. Squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your biceps into your ears. Inhale. And then we're going to lean this time to the left first. Back to center. And then lean to the right. Come back to center. So keeping that steeple grip, let's do a little back bend. So gaze up, point your index fingers up to the sky, and then start to trace your gaze back. And slowly we're going to come forward. Let your index fingers point forward, and then we're going to round your upper back. Dome it so that you can stretch into your back body. All right, release. Do a few shoulder rolls here. So we're going to get out of our seats and come to a standing position. So if you have a chair with wheels, push it up against underneath your desk or up against the wall so that there's as little movement as possible and so you have more stability. So you want to stand about 1.5 feet away from the back of your chair so that your arms are extended. And then we're going to use the back of the chair to help us with all of our standing poses here. If I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay, so hands come to the back of your chair, and we're going to move through a few rounds of cat and cow pose. So in cow pose, you want to press into the top of your chair, let your spine arch, chest reaches up, gaze reaches up, broaden your collarbone, just like that chest expansion grip we did in while we were seated. Take a breath in, and then exhale, round chin to chest. Gaze at your belly button or your feet. Inhale into a standing cow pose. And exhale, round chin to chest. You want to stretch the back of your body here. One more round. Inhale into a standing cow. And then exhale into a standing cat. Just hold here for a few breaths. Enjoy the stretch on the back of your neck. All right, come to standing up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands back to the top of your chair. Inhale, gaze forward. Arch your spine like you're doing a tiny little back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, we're going to walk out until your arms are fully extended. Drop your chest. And this is like a modified downward dog. I find that using the chair as a prop for downward dog is much easier. And it really helps to focus on the stretch in the upper shoulders. On your next breath, gaze forward. And then step your right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands come down to the top of your chair. Inhale to a back bend, arch your spine, gaze up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, step back, modified downward dog. Take a full breath in here and exhale it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward, then left foot forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Last time, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to the top of the chair. Inhale to a back bend. Exhale, step back, modified downward dog. Reach your hips back. Crown of your head reaches forward. One more round of breath here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your right foot, then left foot forward. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And let's bring your arms to your side. So we're gonna do some standing poses here. I'm gonna start with my right foot back. You can start with whatever foot you'd like. And you wanna step your foot back about 4 feet and have your toes pointed out 45 degrees. Whatever foot is back, you wanna reach that same arm up, keeping the opposite arm on the back of your chair. Gaze straight forward. This is a modified warrior 1. You want your front leg to be bent about 90 degrees. Make sure that that knee does not go ahead of the ankle. Then you can take that belly breath here, inhaling through your nose, letting that breath go all the way down into your belly. Exhale it out. One more inhale. On the exhale, let's open up into a warrior 2. So reach your, the hand that's above, reach it back. Or a modified warrior 2. For warrior 2, you want to gaze forward again. Your hips are slightly more open. And I have a wider stance here in my warrior 2. I'm going to take one more breath. And then we're going to straighten your front leg. We're going to come into a triangle pose. So keeping your hand on the chair, reach your right arm up. Tilt your hips back. And then your torso will shift forward. Try to keep your torso nice and long. The sides of your waist nice and long. And open up, gazing up towards your top fingers. Rise up here to standing. Bring both hands to the back of your chair and let's step your back foot in slightly so that all 10 toes are pointing towards the front. And then we're going to come into a modified pyramid pose. So just start to lean your chest forward. Guide your hips back. And this pyramid stretch is a really nice stretch for your hamstrings. About your back being nice and flat here. Long spine. And if your arms are kind of draped over your chair here, bring your hands to the back of your chair and maybe walk your feet back a little bit. From here, we're going to come into a warrior three. So just your back foot lifts up, flex your toes. Probably end up shifting forward. And then let your back foot come down to meet your front foot. We're going to do the other side. So step your second foot back. Opposite hand stays on the chair. Same arm rises up. Warrior one. Gaze forward. I really love using the chair as a prop. I just feel so much more stable. I could focus on the pose itself with something to hold on to. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Let's open up to warrior two. Top hand reaches back. Widen your stance if you'd like. Then continue to gaze forward. One more breath. So straighten your front leg. Reach your back arm up towards the sky, and then start to shift your torso forward. Shift your hips back into a triangle pose. Okay, let your top hand come to the back of the chair. Step your back foot in slightly so that all 10 toes are pointing forward. And then fold forward. Guide your hips back in space. Keep coming back to your belly breath. Inhale, puff out that belly. And exhale, squeeze your belly button back towards your spine. We're going to shift your weight into your front foot. Lift your back foot up. Warrior three. And then lower your foot down to meet your front foot. Keeping both hands on the back of your chair, walk your feet back until your arms are fully extended. Lower your chest down back into your modified downward dog. And we're going to do that sequence one more time. Gaze forward, walk your feet forward again. Starting with my right foot, so right foot steps back. Inhale, arm up, warrior one. Then open up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Lift your torso forward. Right arm comes up, triangle. Right hand comes to the top of the chair. Step your right foot forward. Pyramid pose. Fold forward. Shift your weight into your left foot. Right leg kicks up. Warrior three. And then lower right foot down. Left foot steps back. Inhale, left arm up. Warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Lean forward. Triangle pose. Left hand comes to the top of the chair. Fold forward pyramid. Weight goes into your front foot. Lift your back foot up, warrior three. And lower down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the top of your chair, walk back, downward dog. One more breath here. And then let's walk your feet forward. You want to place one hand on the back of the chair. We're going to use this to help us balance and do some balancing poses. So I'm going to start with my right foot, shifting my weight into my right foot. I'm going to lift my left leg up. You want to make sure not to hyperextend your right leg. You want a tiny little bend, lifting the kneecap up and using the strength of your thigh to help you stand up. And lower down. Shift your weight into your left foot, right leg comes up. And then let's lower it down. Bring your weight back into your right foot. And then let's kickstand your left foot so that your knee comes out to the left into a tree pose. So you can bring your right hand, whatever hand's not holding onto the chair, to heart center. Then if you like, you can bring your sole of your foot to your calf or above into your thigh, as long as it's not pressing on your kneecap or the side of your kneecap. Lowering the left foot down. Try that again with your left foot standing. Kickstand first. Then you can move into another variation, your variation of the tree pose. Right. Back to standing. And then let's turn towards the chair once again. Just going to do a few rounds of a back bend. So hands onto the top of the chair. Stand up nice and tall. Start to trace your gaze up and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hips forward. And come back to standing. Let's try it with one hand. So reach your right arm up. Guide your hips forward. Trace your gaze up and back. Start to lean back. And lower your right hand back. Stand up nice and tall. And try it with your left hand. Inhale, left arm up. Guide your hips forward. Trace your gaze up and back. And left hand back to the top of the chair. Okay. So we're going to come back and sit in the chair again. Here it's going to be a little bit challenging if you have a chair with wheels, but we're going to come into a seated boat. So come to the edge of your chair, start to lean back, and then start to lift your feet up off the ground to activate your core. So you can stay here, you can lift your legs up higher, wherever you feel stable. and that you can keep your spine nice and long. One more breath. Then let's lower your feet to the ground. We're going to come into a figure 4 stretch. So right ankle crosses over your left knee. Flex your right foot. And then with your right hand, start to just guide your right knee away from you. You'll feel this in your right outer hip. This is a great stretch to do in the middle of the day. You need a little bit of a break. You want a little bit more here on this stretch. You can bring your hands to heart center and bring your elbows to your knee and your foot. Reach your heart forward, gaze forward. Switch and do the opposite leg. Left ankle crosses over your right knee. Guide your left knee away from you. Sit up nice and tall. And make sure to flex your left foot. And then if you'd like, you can bring your hands to heart center and lower down. Hold forward. Right, rise back up. Inhale, let's reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, just find a gentle twist to the right. Left hand comes to the outside of your right knee. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, twist to your left. And inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then hands onto your thighs. Let's close your eyes. Just like we started class breathing, we're going to end class with just 3 deep breaths together. So inhale through your nose. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Breath out. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your index fingers to your eyebrows, closer to your nose bridge. And then just start to make tiny little circles outwards towards your temple. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today for our midday, midweek break. I hope you enjoyed doing the chair poses and using it as a prop. I actually have more chair poses that I want to do. So I really enjoy teaching a chair class. And we'll start resuming regular classes next week. I would like to do Tuesday, Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific. If anyone has any other suggestions, I'm open to that as well. And I will also record all of the classes forward. And you'll be able to find them on the Engage page. I'll stay a few minutes if anyone has any questions.